Okay. So
And Stevens.
Friday okay for everybody?
Friday's okay for him.
So Friday was all right for Mr. Shepard. He said if he saw anything odd or unusual, he'd let me know, and we could postpone it till Monday. But I didn't see anything. Everybody has a singer that'll be here Friday at 1. Oh, you don't have a singer yet?
Sing it yourself like I am.
Sing a song.
Sing a song. Simple.
No, no, make it stop.
I saw her this morning.
Oh.
Sing a
Will
song.
you see her?
Sixpence sing a song. Sixpence
I won't see her again until Friday morning.
Sixpence sing. My entire part of the song.
You should set one note song.
It's bad. But we've got a couple songs that I stay on one note for a long time.
Oh, has everybody heard about the Nicole Bull Music Scholarship? Okay. $500, which they just give you. You don't have, I mean, you don't have to take receipts or spend it on books. It's whatever. This is either for a continuing student or a transfer student. So that's you. If you're here next semester or if you're transferring, you can apply for this. The good news, Nicole Bull was an art and music student here at Yuba College, and she died. Her parents left this big chunk of money where every year $500 goes to this scholarship. So trying to think how many people apply for this. It's usually around 10 or less. So it's only art and music students can apply for this. So you have pretty good odds if you want to go for it. The things you would need for this would be a transcript so they can verify eligibility, written statement regarding your past experience in art or music and your future goals, one letter of recommendation, and an example of your best work. So artists turn in stuff. It would be a recording to give clients. Materials submitted to Sarah Sealander. She's the art teacher by 3 p.m. on Wednesday, May 4th. No late exceptions. Anybody interested?
Yeah.
I don't have a recording. You guys didn't. We're just gonna go to
Just tell
McDonald's.
everybody, those CDs
We
have been
talked
sold
about
after a year. So
We're just going to McDonald's for dinner.
You're going to where?
We're just gonna go to McDonald's for dinner.
Oh, well, that was easy. Did you make a reservation?
Sunday. Cheeseburgers are only 55 cents.
No, I bring a little bottle of blood and a piece of glass. I can get out and take it. I saw that in a movie once. The trick is not to use a severed finger. It's overkill. Just a little piece of glass and some blood. We got two choices. See, Friday we're going to do a recording. Today we can talk a little about the next projects, or we can continue with the 9th, 11th, and 13th.
Next project.
Look at the next project.
Just add thirds.
Who can find?
We can do 9th, 11th, 13th. Thirds. Let's do another project.
Okay, somewhere along 150, 160,
153.
Yeah, 164.
154?
Oh, try 164. 164. Project 3, original composition, setting of a poem to music.
Original. Yes. All us have.
Now, what you're going to do is find a poem. You can write the melody, and you can write the accompaniment. So we're adding one more thing. You did, with the folk song, you had a melody and you added the harmony. So now you're going to add, have the melody. The advantage of this is when you had your folk song, if there was an important word and you wanted to add a Neapolitan sixth, but that note on that word was an A and you needed an A flat, that wouldn't work. But here, if it's your melody, you could actually shape the melody so that an A flat occurs right where you want it to occur, so you can have these important chords on the important words.
Now it sounds like the way you get it to augment a second circle.
Well, yeah, you would have to watch for that. If you're going to use accidentals, you want to make sure you're using them for a purpose. Even accidentals, if they're in the melody, they should be part of something that's chromatic. So a flat should pull down, a sharp should lead up. They shouldn't just leap away. So you have to follow the same voice beating we always have. Now, look around for some poems. Short poems are good because you would be surprised at how much writing it would take to set an 8-line poem. Emily Dickinson, who writes primarily 4-line poems, those are short, to the point, very powerful. They work very well. You can get an entire song out of 4 lines of Emily Dickinson, and without stretching too much. So Brahms set a poem called Nannerly. It was 4-line verses, 20 minutes. It goes on for 20 minutes. Now, so I say this because when you're reading a poem, you might think 4 stanzas fairly short, but it's not. So I have nothing against you setting something that's 8. I'm just saying, you know, beware. Just so you know, that's more work, and you won't realize it until you get going, and you're like, oh man, I worked all week. Oh, okay. I only got the first 2 lines done. So I've got 8 more lines.
Does it necessarily have to be a poem? Can it be religious text as well?
The nice thing about the poem is that it's phrased for you, and that's why I prefer a poem. So maybe another project might be it.
It's Buddhist, so it kind of is.
Okay, why don't you bring it, show it to me, and we can look at it. But nice thing about poem, if you have like words that rhyme and a nice meter that going on, that helps you quite a bit because it kind of shows you what you're phrasing. They talk about in the book meter. I don't know if you've taken an English class where you talked about the different meters that poems follow, but they usually set up either strong, weak, or strong, weak, strong, weak, just like music does. They give the example all through the night. Sleep, my child, and peace attend thee all through the night. So you get sleep, my child, and peace attend thee. So it's built in that you have a kind of a strong word that has a little emphasis, and then a lighter word that has less emphasis. There's another one on the top of 165. I walk in the garden early. Walk in the garden early, just at the break of the day. So you get this just break day. There's certain words that are stressed more than other words. Flowers all whisper together. Paranoids think the flowers are talking about them. Never a word I say. As far as the meter, let the poem do what the poem wants to do. I see too many students who the poem goes da 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 da, and they think they have to fight that it's not really good music if you follow what the poem wants to do. But think, let's see. These are both set. But I walk in the garden early. So I walk in the garden early. So that's a little more of a musical beat. I walk in the garden early. Let it do what it wants. Don't go, I walk in the garden early. But kind of, what I like to do is just take the poem and kind of say it and sketch out what it wants to do in musical meter. And here you can have a half note instead of 1 beat. I mean, you can stretch it out, but